Goodness to you, it's Sporty King. And I say goodness because I never know whether you're watching morning, afternoon, or evening. But isn't it great to have good in front of your salutation? Welcome to Gift Friday. I created Gift Friday because so often we hear people say TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. But I say, what allure does Friday have to the person who took their last breath on Thursday? That's why I use what I learned in Psalm 92 and 2. It is good to proclaim your unfailing love in the morning, your faithfulness in the evening. And that's why instead of TGIF, I use TGIT. Thank God it's today. And then TGIT, thank God it's tonight. Just thanking God is all day leads me to another scriptural message that I learned from Matthew, what is it? Matthew 6 and 34. And that is, so don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries. Thank God it's tonight. Today's trouble is enough for today. Thank God it's today. It's okay to switch them up because that's the whole point is that you thank God for today, a chance to go through a whole day, go to sleep and wake up again to do it again. It's something to be thanking God for on a regular basis. And that's why I offer another way of looking at TGIF, and that is trusting God is free. Trusting God is free. Think about it. What does it cost you to accept the number one gift and blessing of every day, waking up? It doesn't cost you a dime. So when we move the T and TGIF from the front to the end, we get GIFT and what we should be thanking God for all the time. And that is the breath of life, the gift, the chance to wake up and do it all over again. And so that's why I use what I call Gift Friday. And Gift Friday, with this broadcast, what I do is I share one of my original poetic messages and tell you how you might be able to use it, which I did in the introduction, excuse me, in the promo. God is for today, showing you and reminding you that we have to constantly find a way to celebrate. Let this poem help you start a conversation that could uplift somebody else's life and for the better, including yours. Each poem will then be my gift to you. If you're watching on Facebook or LinkedIn, just email me and request a copy of the free poem. Email me at sportyking.com. And if you're watching on YouTube or on my website, you can just drop your request in the thread and I'll send it to you. The reason I say to email me, by the way, if you're not already on my mailing list, and you know if you are, is because when I send it to you, your security will block it as spam because it's a PDF attachment. So that's why if you send me the request, I'll be replying to you, and now your security will let it go through. So that's the key. All right. Meanwhile, this Friday's gift is my fun reminder to celebrate every day beyond what's on the man-made calendar. It's my reminder that it's what? Always Mother's Day. It's always Father's Day. It's always pick a holla day. Because you should be celebrating every day. Holla, shout out, always find a way to celebrate. Now, my mother's actual birth date anniversary is August 15th. But one of the things she used to always say was that you have one birthday. Every day after that is the anniversary. That's why any of you who are on my social media list, when you get my birthday wish each year for your birth date anniversary celebration, well, today I'm going to share 2.5 things that I dedicated to her and all mothers. Some of her other sayings, like the birth date and anniversary, and how they've manifested in my life. And the half thing, which is how the first time I said the words she used to say. That caught me off guard and continued the blessing of who she is in my life. In fact, I'll start with that. It was actually in 2011. I was facilitating a session on suicide prevention awareness with the South Carolina Army National Guard. And in my conversation flow with my audience, we were talking about the concept of loss, LOSS. And of course, I gave them my affirmation, little obstacles strengthen spirits. And I began talking about my experience in losing my mother. And when I heard myself say that phrase, she used to say, for the first time, I heard it as final. She used to say that I would never hear her say that again. Suddenly hit me right in the middle of my conversation. Because think about it, how often do we quote our mothers, our parents, whomever, and say, yeah, you know, they always said, and then they're still there. But she used to say she'll never say it again. So I felt myself choke and then regain control, all in the same motion, because I knew God had taken away. I knew God had taken over and was blessing me with delivering the message I needed to deliver to be able to share the message that they needed to hear. And it gets easier to talk about every time, she used to say, not because I've gotten over it, but because I've embraced living with it. I've embraced living with it as one of her reminders of living in the moment and dealing with reality. Whatever you're going through is only here because you've already gone through something. So let that fuel you, not bring you to fear. Whatever you've gone through is because whatever you're going through is because you've already gone through something. Let that fuel you, not bring you to fear for moments. Here are some of her sayings and how they fueled my life. One of the earliest, when we were young and she was going out to the store, to neighbor's house, or partying, whatever, she gave us clear instructions about answering the door. She said, don't open my door. I don't care if it's mama and she's dead. Don't open my door. And you can believe that we didn't open her door if anybody knocked. And then there's also one, she taught me how to be calm during babysitting. Her stomach is full, diapers changed, let them cry themselves to sleep. It's good for their lungs. How often do we rush to pick up a baby when they cry? It is good for their lungs. Don't take that as medical advice, but check, and allow a baby to sometimes cry and work out their lungs. Okay, that's my mother's lessons, not mine. Let me stop. She also taught me how to appreciate the food on our plates. If we'd say, I want some more meat, she said, you better meet your Jesus. Oh boy. So now you see, that's one of the places where I got my love of words and turning words around and the context of words, depending on the sentence. Then she also taught me leadership lessons that helped me when I was coaching basketball. She used to say, I run this. Remember where you are. What did I say? So in fact, I remember once when I was coaching and one of my players, he didn't do something that I told him to do. When I asked him why, I called a timeout and I asked him why. He said, he pointed to his father in the stand. He said, because he told me to do something else. And without even hesitating, I looked at this player and I said, what did I say? And instantly I heard my mother. What did I say? And you know what? I didn't even turn and look at the father. I didn't even turn and look at the boy's father. I just cracked up inside, laughing at myself. I run this. And as a coach, I did make it clear to my parents that I was running it. And if they had something that they wanted their son to do, then they could talk to me or even tell the son to come talk to me. I didn't have a problem with it because sometimes we don't see the It was a developmental league, and we don't see where maybe something could be being done with the child to make him or her a better player. Likewise, the parent may not see it, and maybe them discussing it with me would help their child develop. But I always made it clear that I was the coach and that I ran the plays. And then my mother did used to say, "Remember where you are." She used to say that when she babysat kids or anybody. She said, remember where you are. She said that she said that to little 2, 3-year-old, 4-year-old kids. She said, yeah, because, no, you're not, you're not outside right now. It's like when we say use your inside voice, you're not with so-and-so. And that's why we also have to learn in our mature age, haven't we learned how important it is to teach people how to treat us? You have to let people know, no, this is who I am. You're not with so-and-so right now. Remember where you are. And that becomes a lesson. And of course, what did I say? The key with that one is, are you keeping your word? Because people do remember what you said. So think about it. What did I say? Great lessons that I got from my mother. All right. So anyway, here's what I say in poetry to her and to you. And this poem is called Mother. Yesterday, someone tried to define you. I laughed and told them you are unique. I explained that you are at your strongest whenever you seem to be weak. And that though you are my mother, you are somebody's sister and friend. You put on new hats spontaneously. You work magic again and again. I help them understand that your wisdom is pure, that your touch is comforting, that your voice is soothing. Oh, I went on and on. I hope you don't mind. See, I'll always be your biggest fan because you'll always be one of a kind. My mother will always be one of a kind to me, especially as I remember what she'd say if I'd say, I'm hungry. She'd say, pleased to meet you. I'm Mary Louise. And I'm proud to say I'm her son who thanks you for enjoying Gift Friday. If you'd like a copy of the poem, remember, just email me at sporty@sportyking.com or drop it in the thread if you're on YouTube or on my website. I wish you a happy Mother's Everyday weekend. Do not allow the man-made calendar to reduce your celebrations to one day. Celebrate 365, 24/7. Always find something to celebrate in each day because each day is a gift and one that you can celebrate. God is for today. Thank you. God bless you and be safe. Ciao.